Good afternoon, Gateway. Today is Monday, February 8th, 2021.
We're excited to continue our journey through Black History Month. We want to start by sharing the origin of Black History Month.
We are right in the middle of Black History Month. It's a time to salute the triumphs and achievements of African Americans throughout history.
They would spit on me, call me all kinds of names. I was so afraid, but I tried my best not to let them know.
Black History Month has grown beyond the United States. With that in mind, let's explore why February was chosen for the yearly celebration. It was Harvard-educated historian Carter G. Woodson who started a group now known as the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. Woodson formed the group 50 years after the United States abolished slavery. In 1926, the group chose the second week in February as a time to celebrate the contributions of African Americans. The week was picked to coincide with the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass, two men who played a prominent role in the elimination of slavery. Mayors across the country issued yearly proclamations, but for many around the country, a week wasn't enough. In the 1960s, college campuses extended the celebration to a month. In 1976, President Gerald Ford officially recognized February as Black History Month. This year, much of the focus is on the 150th anniversary of the passing of the 15th Amendment to the Constitution, which gave African American men the right to vote.
We recognize that the impact of Black Americans on our country is immeasurable, and certainly that history should expand beyond just 1 month because Black history is part of American history. We challenge the Gateway staff this month to infuse Black leaders, writers, and inventors into the scope of their curriculum.
We want to be sure that multiple perspectives are presented in all that we do. It's also important for each of us in the course of our lives to seek those multiple perspectives as well, since our own identities and sense of history are shaped by our own backgrounds, what we read, watch, who we surround ourselves with, and our values.
This week, Maya returns to share her selection of Black Leader of the Week, Garrett Morgan.
Hi Guardians! This week I'll be highlighting Garrett Morgan. Morgan is best known for creating and inventing the safety helmet. Morgan was born in 1877 on March 4th. Morgan's helmet was used by firefighters and Allied forces in World War I. It was the prototype to our modern helmets today. Morgan not only created and patented the safety helmet in 1912, but he also invented the gas mask and traffic lights. The mask was used in 1916 when there was an explosion of waterworks that trapped city workers in. Morgan led a team through a series of tunnels using his masks along the way. If it weren't for his invention, all of those trapped citizens would have died. He also invented the traffic lights that is seen on street corners worldwide. The city government never recognized him for his heroic actions, so it's important that we do during Black History Month.
Thanks, Maya. Guardians, we're excited to announce that a new leadership opportunity will soon be announced, the Delta Team. We are forming this team to ensure that student voice at Gateway is the driving force of change. This team will help us plan for reopening of Gateway Middle School, as well as examine our practices and procedures from multiple lenses. We also hope to examine issues around race, gender orientation, and look for ways to ensure that our school creates opportunities for students from different backgrounds and with different viewpoints. Stay tuned for more details.
Next, here's Morgan with this week's Gateway Recommends.
Gateway recommends Morgan Burley's 6th Grade, Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah is best known as the host of The Daily Show and being a stand-up comedian. He has written a few other books, but Born a Crime is one of his most popular. Trevor Noah's Born a Crime is a #1 New York Times best-selling book. This is an autobiography about Trevor Noah's life growing up as a mixed-race child when it was illegal at the time during the days of apartheid in South Africa. A great quote from Born a Crime is, "We spend so much time being afraid of failure, afraid of rejection, but regret is the thing we should fear most. Failure is an answer, rejection is an answer. Regret is an eternal question that you will never have the answer to." Trevor Noah. What I like about Born a Crime and why I would recommend others to read it is that this book was important to me because it gave me a better understanding of the negative effects of racial discrimination. Born a Crime is a book that is not a long book, but manages to span the length of many years in Trevor Noah's life. There's also an adapted for young readers version that makes the book able to be read by a larger group of people, not just adults, so more can understand and know his story.